Integrated Vegetation Management, or IVM, is a systematic and environmentally responsible approach to managing vegetation in utility right-of-ways and around electrical infrastructure. Instead of relying on a single method, IVM uses a combination of tools and strategies to control vegetation in a way that supports system reliability, worker and public safety, environmental stewardship, and long-term cost-effectiveness. The core idea behind IVM is that vegetation management decisions should be intentional, site-specific, and based on long-term objectives rather than short-term fixes. IVM begins with clearly defined objectives. Without clear objectives, vegetation management becomes reactive and inconsistent. Objectives may include maintaining required electrical clearances, reducing outage frequency, improving access for inspection and maintenance, minimizing environmental impacts, reducing long-term costs, and encouraging compatible plant communities. These objectives must align with regulatory requirements, utility reliability goals, and land use considerations. Clear objectives guide every decision that follows, from method selection to evaluation of results. Once objectives are established, the next step is evaluating the site. Site evaluation is critical because no two locations are the same. Factors such as vegetation type, species composition, growth rates, soil conditions, terrain, climate, land ownership, and proximity to electrical facilities all influence how vegetation should be managed. Evaluating the site also includes identifying sensitive areas such as wetlands, waterways, wildlife habitats, agricultural land, and residential zones. Understanding these conditions allows managers to select methods that are effective while minimizing unintended consequences. Defining action thresholds is a key concept in integrated vegetation management. An action threshold is the point at which vegetation conditions require intervention. In utility arboriculture, this is often tied to minimum clearance requirements, growth rates, and time remaining before vegetation could interfere with electrical facilities. Action thresholds help prevent both overtreatment and undertreatment. Acting too early can waste resources, while acting too late increases the risk of outages, emergency work, and safety hazards. Well-defined thresholds allow vegetation management to be proactive rather than reactive. After action thresholds are defined, appropriate control methods are evaluated and selected. IVM emphasizes using the most effective and least disruptive method necessary to meet objectives. Control methods generally fall into mechanical, manual, biological, and chemical categories, and many programs use a combination of these over time. Mechanical and manual methods include mowing, pruning, cutting, and hand removal. These methods provide immediate results but may require frequent repetition if regrowth is vigorous. Biological controls, such as encouraging low-growing, compatible species, can provide long-term benefits by reducing the need for repeated treatments. Chemical control methods are often used as part of IVM to selectively manage vegetation and promote compatible plant communities. When used properly, herbicides can be an effective and environmentally responsible tool. Chemical selection is based on target species, site conditions, application method, and environmental considerations. Only approved products may be used, and applications must follow label instructions, regulatory requirements, and utility policies. Applicators must be properly trained and licensed where required, and care must be taken to prevent target damage, contamination of water resources, or exposure to workers and the public. Implementing control methods requires careful planning and coordination. Work must be performed by qualified personnel using appropriate equipment and techniques. Timing is critical, especially for chemical applications, as plant growth stage and weather conditions affect effectiveness. Communication with stakeholders, including landowners, agencies, and the public, is often necessary to explain the purpose of the work and address concerns. Implementation should always prioritize safety, environmental protection, and compliance with regulations. Monitoring treatment results is an essential part of integrated vegetation management. Monitoring allows managers to evaluate whether objectives are being met and whether selected methods are producing the desired outcomes. This includes assessing vegetation response, regrowth rates, clearance maintenance, and impacts on non-target species. Monitoring also provides data that supports continuous improvement, helping refine action thresholds, treatment timing, and method selection in future cycles. Quality assurance ensures that vegetation management work meets established standards for safety, effectiveness, and environmental protection. This includes inspections, audits, documentation, and performance evaluations of both internal crews and contractors. Quality assurance programs help identify deficiencies, reinforce best practices, and maintain consistency across the system. Without monitoring and quality assurance, it is impossible to know whether an IVM program is truly effective. Chemical use within IVM deserves particular attention because it often raises public and environmental concerns. Responsible chemical management includes proper storage, handling, mixing, application, and disposal. Record keeping is critical. Documenting what was applied, where, when, and under what conditions. Integrated vegetation management does not rely on chemicals as a default solution, but considers them one tool among many, used judiciously and strategically to support long-term objectives. In summary, integrated vegetation management is a structured, decision-based approach to managing vegetation around utility infrastructure. It begins with clear objectives, relies on careful site evaluation, uses defined action thresholds to guide intervention, and selects control methods based on effectiveness and environmental responsibility. Successful IVM programs implement treatments safely, monitor results, and use quality assurance to drive continuous improvement. When done correctly, IVM supports reliable electrical service, safer working conditions, reduced environmental impact, and more sustainable vegetation management over time.